Hi YouTube and welcome to a video by the Unlucky Lads. This will detail the raid intel skips and black box locations on critical, regular and low for the raid starting on the 28th of January running through to the 3rd of February, which is Project Titan week 271. We know we say it every week, but thank you so much for the support of our channel. We really appreciate our fans and hope that you'll continue to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even donate using the link in our description below. We make these raid intel and black box videos for you, and your support motivates us each week, which allows you to quickly complete the raids and collect the black boxes as soon as the Project Titan week begins. For critical this week, the modifiers will be Friendly Fire, Juggler, and 3 Hearts. And when using the intel skips you can go straight to Ancient Harbour to press the 4 nodes there. This will then give you access to Baal at the chemical refinery, and taking down this Titan will allow you to advance into Sector 2. Here, Gargoyle requires 2 intels at Forgotten Sanctuary, plus a further 1 intel at Missile Site Ruins, making sure it's the one for Amiga. Then you can interrogate the guy on the roof at Camp Phoenix, before finally inputting the password he gives you into the node at Testing Zone, where you can then also fight Gargoyle. For Supercomputer you just need to hack and defend the node at Salamander, which will then give you access to Quantum at the building in the sea. With the 2 bosses in Sector 2 beaten, you can head into Sector 3. Cerberus requires 2 intels at Red Phoenix and a further 2 intels at Scandium Mine, one using your drone in B2 and the other is a pickup. Next you need to destroy 3 panels at Prototype Workshop, before finally putting 4 hands on nodes at No Man's Land. Doing all of that will give you access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the critical raid. And if you're looking for the raid chests on critical this week, there is 1 black box in Sector 1, which is at Heliport. Then there'll be 2 more in Sector 2, the first at Camp Phoenix and the other at Salamander. And finally there's 2 more raid chests in Sector 3, the first at Prototype Workshop with the last being at No Man's Land. In summary, the modifiers should hopefully be a bit easier than last week's ones, because 3 Hearts tends not to affect many squads these days, and even if it affects you, do remember that outside of a boss fight you can quit and rejoin the raid to save waiting for the timer. Then, for Juggler, you'll need to remember to swap weapons to pick up ammo, or maybe even think about visiting more bivouacs, using guns of the same ammo type, or even just having ammo increasing gear on. Finally, Friendly Fire can really slow down a raid if you've got teammates that insist on killing each other, so try to avoid those antics if you're looking for a faster time. As for the intel trail this week, it's a very mixed bag this time out, as half of the bosses, Baal and Quantum, only require 1 task to be done before the Titan will spawn in. But the other 2, Gargoyle and Cerberus, require fairly lengthy intel trails, which can slow up the overall raid. Where possible for these 2 bosses, we do recommend splitting up the squad, if you feel comfortable doing so, because it will save you time. Just be aware that mistakes while alone can cost the squad more time in the long run, so try to stick in 2s so that you've got a revive buddy close in case things go wrong. And as always, if you do have any problems, please comment below, and we'll try to help out so you can finish the raid and earn those rewards. Moving on to regular and low, there are no modifiers and it does just use last week's critical intel and black box locations. So you'll need to begin by grabbing 1 intel at the abandoned site to the west of Golem Island, which is known amongst players as the fishing village. Once you have the intel you can input the password into the node at the top of Chemical Pipeline, which will then grant access to Baal at the chemical refinery. After you've won the fight against the tank Titan, you can move into Sector 2. Gargoyle requires 2 intels at Salamander, then the interrogation of the sniper at Camp Phoenix, and lastly inputting the password he gives you into the node at Testing Zone, where you can then take on the flying Titan. And Supercomputer just requires the 4 nodes at Missile Site Ruins to be pressed together, which will then give you access to the building in the sea, where you can stop Quantum. Once you've beaten Gargoyle and Supercomputer, you can move into Sector 3.
For Cerberus, you'll need 2 intels at Prototype Workshop, before getting a further 1 intel at Traces of Ancient Ruins, which is the cave next to Scandium Mine. Then you can interrogate the bandage guy at Red Phoenix, before inputting the password he gives you into the node at the top of Lava Duct. Once you've done all of that, you'll have access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the regular and low raids. And if you're looking for the black boxes on regular or low this week, there are 2 in Sector 1. The first at Satellite Dish and the other at Chemical Pipeline. Then there'll be 2 more in Sector 2. The first at Camp Phoenix and the other at Missile Site Ruins. And finally there's 2 boxes in Sector 3. The first at Prototype Workshop, with the last one being at Lava Duct. That's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed our Intel and Black Box video enough to leave a like and comment, plus subscribe or donate if you haven't already. Please also continue letting your friends know about our channel, because all of your support motivates us to make our content. So until next time, peace out, the unlucky lads.